Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight it's that time of the month. No, not that time, but the patch notes time. So, let's see what we got. We've got the autumn update, In the Shadow of Leaves. Okay? And we've got a nice little picture of none other than Musashi. Interesting. So, let's see what we got. So, maintenance times. Xbox will be August 29th, 2 to 5 a.m. Central Time, 7 to 10 a.m. UTC. PlayStation is the exact same. Update size will be Xbox One, Series X and S will be 2,900 megabytes, but for the Xbox One, you get 3,500 megabytes. PS4, 2,700 megabytes, and PS5, 2,900 megabytes. For those who prefer swift actions to long words, here's a perfectly cooked TLDR section. Alternate German battleships in early access. Bushido campaign with Japanese Tier 8 battleship Musashi at the peak. Legendary Transformers collab. Oh boy. 2 legendary carriers. Oh no. Already? Oof. The very special Majestic Days event with a free premium ship as a reward. 3 ranked seasons, so the ranked battles are coming back. Can't wait to see more about that and more. Alright, well let's dig into it, shall we? Autumn update, In the Shadow of Leaves. Before reading on, redeem the code this R2KAR9K26X at HT. Yeah, we'll just go wowslegends.com/code redeemer to get 2 times common containers. German battleships arrive in force. More ships, more lines. This update is marked by the incoming range of German alternate battleships. It includes the Tier 4 Derflinger, the Tier 5 Mackinson, or Mackinson, Tier 6 Prinz Heinrich, and Tier 7, Zeiten. I'm going to go with Zeiten. It sounds more German. Ships, as you can see, there you go. The Tier 8 will be the Prinz Ruprecht. I'm assuming. I can't really see it, but it looks like Ruprecht. The new German battleships are all about enhanced secondaries. Really. Because I thought that was what the main line was about at Tier 7. Interesting. And the Frederick de Grosse. But either way, with some of them, as you might already know, carrying torpedoes aboard. Sonar, available from Tier 5 and up, is one more reason to try these beasts out. The early access framework stays the same. You can get the new ships from German Battleship regular and big crates, with one important addition being the inclusion of the Tier 7 ship. The branch topper Tier 8 Prinz Ruprecht, however, will arrive with the next update, marking the line going researchable. Please note the crates will be available from September 1st. And then we have the Bushido campaign, which showcases the mighty Musashi. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with what the Musashi is, it is literally Yamato's sister ship, except it is the older design, which has less AA, so hence the bare deck, but I believe it has a little bit more secondaries. You see a bigger turret there that I don't think Yami actually gets. Okay, you're used to the secondaries on the towers, but not so much on the deck. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe I'm incorrect there, but I do believe it is a little bit better secondaries. It's time to take some steps on the warrior's path. There's an enormous, and we mean it, reason to do so, waiting on the mountaintop. Japanese Tier 8 premium battleship Musashi, Yamato's famous sister ship. If you like to go big, she's your choice, since the ships of the class were the most powerful and humongous battleships ever built. Musashi brings to the table mighty 18.1-inch 460mm guns and a massive amount of hit points. The structure of the campaign remains the same. 5 weeks of progression, 100 milestones with the catch-up mechanic available. Heroic effort missions for seasoned salty dogs are in place as well. Let's check out the prizes being loyal to the Bushido code. Nets you. Sorry about that. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, so I apologize. I had to yawn. Bushido. Here is your rewards. Without Admiralty backing, you get all of this. Okay? With Admiralty backing, you get all of that, plus you get all of this, including Battleship Musashi. Now, without Admiralty backing, it is a total worth of 18,195 doubloons worth of things that you can get. With Admiralty backing, that goes up to 75,600 doubloons. Once again, showing that if you pay 2,500 doubloons for the Admiralty backing, and then you grind out the campaign, that is the best way to spend money in this game if you're going to do it. Alright? Now, Transformers go legendary! The Transformers robots are back this time with a very solid reinforcements in the form of legendary ship skins. And one more for legendary tier 8, or one more for tier 8 Republique. More good news, each and every item from the previous arrivals of the collaboration will be available from September 1st throughout the update until October 3rd. That includes commanders, ship skins, and containers. And of course, because it's a collab, they go ahead and throw in all of the, copyright informations and so on and so forth. Meet the highest tier carriers. Oh boy. Start your path to the skies today with legendary monsters coming in the form of 2 separate Bureau projects. Well, at least they're Bureau projects, so we don't have to worry about them in the immediate future, except from the CCs, of course, because they'll probably get loans. The highest tier newcomers are U.S. Navy Midway and IJN, Imperial Japanese Navy, Hakuru. That's the best I've got. So hopefully I said that correct. Hakuru. I think it's just Hakuru. That's the best I'm given. Both projects are obtainable from the store for credits or doubloons. And they are here to stay. At least they're available for credits, potentially. I'm glad they threw that in there, because I was about to go atomic on Wargaming for that. I don't like the fact that they're doing this now. Bureau projects are stupid in their own right. Like, let's be real. It's obnoxious to have to wait a month and a half, and that's if you speed everything up to get a specific ship, right? Now, I get these are going to be extremely powerful. But then they put these extremely powerful ships behind a paywall. Now, obviously, they did say credits or doubloons, so in theory, you're going to be able to buy the campaign with credits, which I don't have a problem with, because you can grind that as a free-to-play player. Now, obviously, people who buy premium and pay money end up being able to get this a lot easier, but I'm just saying, at least they give you that option. But still, I don't like to see Bureau projects locked behind paywalls. I think it's dumb. And they are here to stay. However, the option to purchase them for doubloons will cease to be available once the next update arrives. Again. So I wonder how much their credits are going to be. What are we going to say? So we know that tier 8s are 25 million credits to buy a tier 8 ship, right? Once you research it. So how much are we going to talk? We talking 30 million, $50 million, or 50 million credits for a legendary ship? 30 million credits, 35 million credits? And then remember, that's not for the ship. That is to unlock the Bureau project and then spend a month or more to unlock the ship. Because you know they don't want you to pay, they don't want you to spend credits for it. They want you to spend your doubloons. I don't like this. I'm just being 100%. I don't like this. I said that about the Colbert project as well. And the Elbing. Will cease to be available once the next update arrives, so please take that into account when planning your resource spending. Midway is the ship with the biggest hit point pool compared to all of her aircraft carrying peers. And her bombers provide long-range torpedo strikes. Hakuru, That's the best I've got, guys. I apologize. Brings fast planes with extremely short squadron restoration times, allowing for more strikes during battle. Ranked turns 30, with seasons 29, 30, and 31 awaiting us in this update. 4v4 battles, no carriers, only one destroyer per team. It's the perfect opportunity to show off your skills and earn some prize money. Well, and earn some prizes, including steel, commander progression items, and more. Stay tuned to find out more in the upcoming dedicated blog post before the first season starts. Now, given the fact that it is a 4v4, I wonder if they're going to allow us to have a full division. A 3 division. I would actually prefer to have like a ranked battles 3v3 that is just full divisions ranked battles under normal ranked rules. That, I think, would be pretty cool. Mobile Legends are here. Save the date. On September 5th, Legends will become available for captains in Canada and the Philippines for their mobile devices. Accessing the game from mobile will allow you to use almost the entire list of features that consoles provide, except a few, most importantly, aircraft carriers. With matchmaking being fully cross-platform, we'll announce more details down the line in a special blog post. Majestic Days. Play the game every day, complete tasks, and collect rewards. Unlock the days you missed and get the final prize. So we get essentially some daily login bonuses. So, not bad. You can get some insignias there, some commander crates. It looks like British commander crates, and then regular commander crates. And a final event prize is a premium battleship Agincourt. Now, is it Agincourt, or is it Agincourt, or is it Agincourt? I don't know. Somebody gonna have to let me know. I'm gonna go with Agincourt. But, yeah, it sounds British, if I had to guess. Welcome, the first, hopefully of many, special in-game event. Your assignment is pretty straightforward. Log in each day starting September 12th, complete dedicated tasks. Any that you miss can be retrieved for small sums of doubloons, of course. For 3 weeks, and get an array of goods. The ultimate prize waiting for you is Royal Navy Premium Battleship Agincourt. You can read more about her in the next section. Alright. New ships of the update. American Tier 7 Premium Cruiser Wichita makes a return. Uh-oh. The release of this ship marks a new approach regarding some of her peers, considered by the game design team and many of you a bit too good to oversaturate the game with. Oh no, does this mean Jean Bart's coming back too? We decided to retire some of those, essentially confirming that they are not going to be available anymore in their current forms, and are going to be now referred to as Collector's Edition, or simply CE versions. However, the new versions of these ships will be obtainable for both their owners and any captains who don't have such boats, with some tweaks to their stats. I don't know. I mean, the collector's edition, I get that. I really do. But at the same time, here's my thought process. You did not release them initially as collector's edition ships, which means a lot of people did not get these particular ships when they first were available. And they haven't really had a chance to pick them up since. And now you're going to release the ships, but slightly tweaked to make them a little bit more balanced, right? So that more people get a chance to play them. But you're not changing the ones that were already here, because those are now collector's edition, and those people that already have them, and I'm one of them myself, get a special ship that is going to be stronger than the ones that are currently available. Do you not see where that could cause some problems, Wargaming? I'm just playing devil's advocate. Again, doesn't affect me because I have the Wichita, I have the Jean Bart, I have pretty much every ship in the game when it comes to the campaign ships. There's a few that I abstained from, but most of them I have. So this means that I get an unfair advantage over other people, essentially, with the same ships. Even though they will be two separate ships, because presumably we will have the Wichita CE and we will have the Jean Bart CE. And, the new versions will have, just the regular Wichita or the Jean Bart. I'm not saying Jean Bart's coming back, but it just sounds like that's the way it's going to be. So let me know what you guys think about this. I'm actually curious as to what you think. Now, people who own the ships, obviously, they're going to be like, well, I don't care, whatever. I get to keep my version of the ship and, everything's fine. But people who are looking to buy those ships for so long finally get a chance to buy them, but it's going to be a watered down version of the ship. I don't know, it doesn't quite sit right with me. It doesn't taste, it's got a little bit of off, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what you got. I'm actually genuinely curious as to what the general player base thinks of this particular edition. Let me know. Wichita is the first of the batch, with her revamped version coming to the store August 29th, with no time limit set for her availability at present. Expect the following infamous ships to get the same treatment in the coming updates. The Tier 7 Destroyer Summers. That's not one that I would call infamous. It was really recent, And then, of course, Tier 7 Cruiser Mines, so people will get a chance to play the mines. Differences between Wichita CE and the new Wichita. HE shell damage was decreased by 200. AP shell damage increased from 4,000 to 4,200. So you get a little bit better AP damage to offset the HE fire spamming that you always get out of a Wichita most of the time. AP guaranteed ricochet angle decreased from 75 to 67.5. Now I believe that that's a good thing. It's very difficult when they do this. So, decreasing the angle at which it auto ricochets, right? AP guaranteed ricochet angle decreased from 75 to 65. I'm trying to think about how that would affect it in the end. So, I think that's actually worse. Right? Because you would want the ricochet angle to be higher, so like 75 in this case, because that means you're able to pin at more angles. I'm not 100% sure on this. There are better players out there than me that know what this is actually, which of these is better. Let me know. Okay? Given that these are supposed to be worse than their counterparts, I'm going to say that this is actually a bad thing, but let me know. AP shell fuse time increased from 0.01 to 0.033. I'm sure that makes a difference somehow. At least when shooting at maybe battleships. Let me know. And then AP penetration was increased by 11%. That's definitely a good thing, which leads me to believe that this is also a good thing. And we know that it got an increase to AP damage as well. So, interesting. Main battery shell grouping decreased by 10%. So it's more... it would be more accurate than the old... So it's more accurate and has better AP than the old version. But no change to its fire rate? Okay. And then the British Tier 3 Premium Battleship Agincourt is, here. And it's, I kind of like the camo, to be honest. It's different. It's got different colors. You get a little bit of gold or yellow up in there with white and the blue. I don't hate it, but it is a Tier 3, so at the end of the day, is it really anything? This ship was ordered by Brazil. Purchased by the Ottoman Empire. And requisitioned by Britain when World War I started, serving proudly in the ranks of the Royal Navy until 1921. Quite a journey. Her vision in Legends provides 14 12-inch guns, 305mm. I don't know why they call them caliber. It's 12-inch guns. The caliber's the length of the barrel in ships, guys. Come on. Y'all make this Navy game. Y'all know this. So, are they 12-inch 45 caliber guns? 12-inch 50 caliber guns? We don't know. but it just says 12-inch 305mm caliber guns, which just does not make any sense. And the joint best secondary gun range at her tier with a 5-kilometer base range, but she lacks AA armament entirely. I mean, she's a tier 3. Most of them have 0 AA. Let's be honest. British tier 7 premium cruiser Plymouth makes her debut. The damage dealing machine is here to make a splash. As many as 16 AP only slinging guns, so she's a light cruiser. That's a lot of light cruiser shells though. And 2 quadruple torpedo tube launchers will do the talking for. Bonus, a solid set of consumables including sonar, radar, and smoke generator. Now, are they going to make the radar and smoke generator interchangeable, like you have to pick one or the other? Or are you going to have the potential to have a radar and smoke generator? That could be big. That could be big. This warship will be available in the store from September 19th. So, new British light cruiser coming. The reason I think it's a light cruiser is because it's AP only. And it has 16 guns. So, let me know. Soviet Tier 7 premium cruiser Kutuzov is coming back. The old reliable comes back for Global XP. Kutuzov will be available in store for 750,000 Global XP starting August 29th. Pick her up for distinguished Soviet ballistics and solid fire starting capabilities, spiced up by the smoke generator consumable. Now, if you guys missed out on this ship, Kutuzov does not have radar, but it does have a smoke generator. So it is a nasty freaking ship, and it can shoot a long ways. Meaning you can take, and it tends to fire at higher arcs than other Russian cruisers. Meaning you can fire over top of islands more effectively as well. So Kutuzov's a nasty little boat. It kind of got overshadowed very quickly by Ochakov right after Kutuzov came out. But yeah, it's still a very, very solid, high-performing DPM cruiser with fire-starting capabilities. Balance changes. Uh-oh. We all saw this coming. With the arrival of the fall update, Tier 7 ships will no longer be matched against the legendary tier ships. We've also implemented the following tweaks for a handful of ships, including Des Moines and Pan-European Tech Tree destroyers. So, Des Moines getting nerfed. We saw it coming. Everybody knew it was coming. Let's just be real. It sucks for those of you who didn't get a chance to play Des Moines in her original release. But let's be honest, she was broken. And it's going to be a decent little nerf too. Main battery reload is increased by half a second base. Now that's still, when you add a half a second to, 4.3 seconds currently. So it's going to be a 4.8 second, something like that, or maybe 5.3 seconds reload with a full reload build. Still going to be ridiculous. Like, let's not mix it up. But HE shell maximum damage gets a pretty significant reduction, 250 damage reduction on the HE, and then it gets a 500 damage reduction on the AP, which is pretty substantial. Radar consumable duration decreased from 40 to 30 seconds. That's, I think, okay. I know it needs a nerf. But you're already doing a huge nerf. See, this is where they take the sickle out and they just cut the balls off of ships. And this is what drives me crazy. Like, I know the ship needs a nerf. Everybody knows the ship needs a nerf. It is incredibly powerful for its tier and absolutely outshines everything else at its tier. Okay? But I think you should have left the radar alone. Like, that is something that I think should have been left alone. Like, I'm fine with the reload getting a nerf. I'm fine with the HE and the AP getting a nerf. The radar is unique, okay? Having that long duration radar is unique to the ship, and I think it deserves to have that saved. Like, going back to 30 seconds, I know it didn't change the range, so it's still going to be a 9.9 kilometer radar, which is really good, but it's still reduced by 10 seconds. I feel like that's a bit much. But again, I don't make the rules. I just abide by them somewhat. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I think I'm fine with the rest of it. The reduction in the fire rate, the reduction in the damage. I'm fine with that. This, I think, is a little much, you know. But let me know. British Tier 7 Premium Cruiser Belfast 43. This version of the famed Royal Navy cruiser has been performing subpar. Who could have saw that coming? With an overall buff for her stats seeming like a solid decision. Really. Plus, as well as the next game designer's patient, she will further benefit from not encountering legendary ships anymore. Main battery reload decreased from 9.5 to 8.5. Fire setting chances for HE increased from 9 to 11%. And smoke generator consumable duration increased from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. Okay, so a nice little buff across the board. Soviet Tier 7 premium cruiser Pyotr Bagration, or Peter Bag for short. We wanted to see more Bagrations out there. And we believe that a small vitamin boost alongside adding the radar consumable is exactly enough for that. Main battery reload time decreased from 11 seconds to 10 seconds. And then HP increased from 42,000 to 43,000. We gotta love the 43. Also, I apologize if you guys just heard the dong there. I have my Elgato, or I have my Streamlabs open because I'm a doofus. So you guys just heard that probably. So I apologize. It just means somebody subscribed to the channel, so thank you. But she also gets the radar consumable. Also, 43 is better, just 43 in general. Just all the 43s. Pan-European Tech Tree Destroyers. The line offering a specific hybrid gameplay pattern with no access to smoke generator proved to be somewhat underwhelming in terms of overall battle contribution, and have a learning curve that was a bit too steep. Going for a buff targeting mostly gunnery and torpedo stats for Tier 2 through Tier 6 should hopefully solve this conundrum. The Tier 2 Romulus gets a main battery reload time decreased. Did I say main battery reload booster here earlier? I think I did. I meant main battery reload time decreased from 11 seconds to 10 seconds, so I apologize if I said that incorrectly earlier for the Peter Bag. But 4 seconds to 3.5 seconds. Reload time for upgraded main battery decreased from 6.5 to 5.5 seconds. And HE shell maximum damage for stock main batteries increased from 1450 to 1550. For the Class Horn and Visby, main battery reload time decreased from 7.5 seconds to 6.5 seconds. For the Tier 5 Asteris, main battery reload time decreased from 7.5 seconds to 6.5 seconds. And the Torpedo Launcher reload time decreased from 59 to 55 seconds. For the Tier 6 Skane, Torpedo Launcher reload time decreased from 59 to 55 seconds, and the hit points increased from 12,100 to 13,000. We've resolved an issue with the saturation that led to low HP ships surviving despite taking numerous hits from AP shells. This was made possible due to the introduction of minor penetration of AP shells or bombs when striking a hit location with no HP remaining. The target will take times percentage of the shell or bomb's damage to their ship HP. Minor penetration cannot occur from secondary battery hits. Added a new penetration ribbon for torpedo bulge penetration. This appears when the torpedo defense is penetrated but no other parts of the ship or the armor are affected. In this case, no damage is dealt. Wait, what? I just want to make sure I read this correctly because I just got a little shiver down my spine as a battleship main. I do a pretty good job of dodging torpedoes, but if we can manage to make it, added a new penetration ribbon for torpedo bulge penetration. This appears when the torpedo defense is penetrated, but no other parts of the armor are affected. In this case, no damage is dealt. This ribbon also appears when a shell shatters anywhere inside the ship. There's a potential to use your torpedo belt to completely negate the damage taken by torpedoes. Interesting. I'm intrigued. Secondary batteries with armor protection will now lose their hit locations after destruction, thus allowing more hits to the hull. It's good to hear. Mobile. There's more good news for mobile players besides the launch of Legends on mobile for Canada and the Philippines. You can now link console accounts on mobile devices. That is actually huge. Sucks for those people who've been playing mobile this entire time, but maybe now you can link your Xbox or PlayStation account, and you will be able to continue your thing on the move. That is a big deal. I didn't, as a standalone, mobile Legends doesn't really, feel like it's that big of a deal. However, now that you're able to link your accounts, presumably you're going to be able to make progress on challenges and stuff while you're on the go. And that I think is going to be a very big thing. Campaigns and the lion's share of features from console version is now available for mobile devices as well. Bug fixes. Let's see what we got. Fixed some of the water reflections that were, believe it or not, overly reflective. No kidding. Fixed a bug that sometimes caused the sounds of aircraft squadron consumables not to play upon activation or cooldown. HMS Lion previously had her casemate armor reduced unintentionally. The thickness has now been returned to its prior state, which is 32 millimeters. Fixed a bug that sometimes caused the Xbox Series X to suffer from pixelated artifacts. Thank you. Mobile fixed some ship reflections that shone too brightly in particular weather. Fixed Commander skill screen for Apple iPad devices. The order of secondary menu items, containers, recent battles settings, has been unified with consoles. And fixed a bug that caused Commander portraits to scale bigger than intended in several cases. And now, a haiku. A storm is brewing. Metal, power, and honor. Unleash Musha... I fucked it up. Sorry for the language. And now a haiku. A storm is brewing. Metal, power, and honor. Unleash... Spartan, you can do this. A storm is brewing. Metal, power, and honor. Unleash Musashi. Follow the warrior's code and turn the tide. All right. It only took me six attempts. I think we made it. But let me know, what are you most looking forward to? What are you least looking forward to? Is there a specific thing that caught your eye in these patch notes? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.